Good morning, lovelies. Hi, how are we today? Allie over at A Cleaver Arts. I'm downstairs this morning sitting at the breakfast table, I guess. Hi, I see you. Good morning. Uh, been doing this, go live challenge and, um, just showing up this morning to kind of have a slow start to the day, talk some creativity with you guys. Hi. Been awake. I'm getting there. Anyways, give me a second to share this. I'm trying to get a couple people in here. Get us awake. Hi, how are you this morning? I see you. Oh, okay, I'm awake. I swear. No, I'm not. I'm not, guys. Okay, and that's the point of these is that we're just trying to show up. We're trying to give ourselves time to connect with our inner artists. We are just sitting having some coffee, talking about what gets us motivated. And today's prompt is a little different. Hi, baby. Today's prompt's a little different. How are you this morning? I see you. Good morning, beautiful. You got coffee already today? Um, but I'm like half here, half not. I'm trying. Um, well, thank you for showing up. I am trying so hard to at least do one of these series regularly. And it really matters when people show up, just even to just say hi and bounce in for a second. So thank you, love. Good morning. You're the first person I got to say good morning to today. So you're like a winner. You got big plans for this week? Hi, good morning. You do anything crazy? I'm running an art business this week. I already made the live schedule that I could commit to, because you don't want to overpromise yourself. You don't want to literally burn yourself out. Like that was the problem with all the previous work that I've done in my life. Um, art for me has always been a reward for being alive. It's just been an expression of my soul. So I definitely don't want to make it feel like a job, but I'd like it to pay the bills. So it's about balance, and just really trusting what you're capable of doing. Which is why today's prompt is a little bit different. I like to have the deep conversations. I like to ask the crazier questions. Um, and then I realize that some people have never met their inner creative. They don't, hi, good morning. They've never met that part inside of them, that spark. They don't look at it. It's like it's clouded by all that darkness. So I don't want to see it. Um, and that's just silly. Good morning. I see you. You have to know. Oh, lovely. Mwah. Making my heart palpitate already. Um, but you have to have a foundation. So yesterday while we did this, I see you. We were we were talking about how the frame broke. The birds have broken free. It was a funny haha. But this is faith, hope, and love. And we were talking about how love is the base. Now you can be in the sun, you can be where they're connected, you can be in the nest, in the cloud. Oh, thank you, love. Roses already today. Don't stop it. I love gifts. That has been one of my big soul changes. I love gifts. I love people being like, here's something for you. Um, Penguins do it. They call it pebbling. And I realize that I do it. I've always done it. I'm doing it right now. This is me being like, here's something for you. Come hang out. Oh, snap. I love it. You just want all the titles in my heart, but you can't have them all. You can have a couple, though. um, but we were talking about how you just have to be somewhere on the picture. You know, you got to show up. And a lot of us creatives, I think we try to be too perfect. You know, like we don't want people to see us on our bad days. Like yesterday, I probably could have struggled through a noontime live. I could have. Guys, I'm a stubborn a-hole. I would have, and it would have sucked. It would have been so bad. I would have not been able to notice when you're smiling. And that would have been horrible. Oh, my whole vibe is I need more coffee. But thank you. Yes, please share me. I am on a mission to share my art and my random creative projects, such as my community. Um, I just want to share it with the world. I want to get it out there. I've always wanted to make something that mattered. And along the way of learning how to advocate and speak up for others, I learned how to do it for myself. I learned that the beautiful things we make don't always fit on a piece of paper. But that story's your life, guys. Which brings me back again to today's prompt. Write a love letter to yourself. Okay? A lot of the people that I've met over the past month, which they're amazing people. They're lovely. Like, that's why I call you guys lovelies. Is because somebody needs to remind you. But that's the point of the prompt, is that you'll have proof. It's like a receipt. A little check in the mail. And it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be in depth. If you're feeling yourself today, I'm sure, come back and write one when you are feeling yourself. But then you have like a little reminder. Put a sticky pad like on your mirror. It says, "Good morning, beautiful," or "You're a great artist." You know, I've learned over the years it's about drawing in the things that we want. And so today, part of my drawing in the things I want was cinnamon in the coffee, um, making sure that all of the emails were sent. Hi. And then hitting live at exactly 7:15 because, guys, your girl is a struggle bus this morning. Oh, can I agree to disagree out loud? Okay, so we've got a comment that says, I would write a letter to my younger self and say, don't hurt yourself. Don't fall in love. Please fall in love. Fall in love with life. Fall in love with how the sun hits the leaf on the tree across the street, how the wind blows, how kind and considerate you can be. Let yourself hurt so you know where your boundary is, where you're willing to go and say no more. But once you hurt that first time, don't do it again. You don't got to do it over and over again to make sure. Draw a line, keep it going. A lot of people feel like the joy is made less because of the pain. And that's not true. It's not true. The struggling's made harder. The weight is a little heavier. And sometimes, guys, the measurement of success is not forever. You know, they say that when you love what you do, it's not work. It's easy to show up. Guys, I'm a testament of that. Yeah, I mean, this is what I showed up as, but I'm here. It can be done. It's possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we learn a lot through mistakes. And part of what we learn is the strength of picking up the eraser and releasing the things that we don't want to carry. Yeah. Yeah, I still have scars. Some of them aren't visible. That's the thing is, you look at this cute little picture here. This is struggle. There's pain. There's being alone. Need some words of wisdom. Go drink some water. My hangover cure was a 20-ounce Pepsi and an Egg McMuffin on a biscuit. Doesn't work if it's not. I don't know why. But yeah, maybe next time practice some moderation. I don't drink, guys. It literally almost ruined my life. Real bad. Real bad. I'm very lucky for everything that still exists and everything that I've built in the space since then. So as much as you'll see me, lift my coffee glass and say, come sit down, pour a cup, let's chit chat. I do recommend hydrating. That is a love letter that you can write to yourself. H2O in the system, okay? And it's just because sometimes we need to flush things out. And August is scheduled to be about transformation and releasing, because I feel like as we're all kind of trying to let the summer go, all those memories we've finally figured out how to pay attention to and catch, we need to know which ones we can say, all right, Birdie, your time to fly away. And we have to have a foundation for that. So please write a love letter to yourself, even if it's just, I'm trying to love you. Make that possibility exist. And what's that got to do with being creative? It's got everything to do with being creative. Because if I don't love me, I'm not going to try my best. You guys know that, right? Self-sabotage is literally just saying I am not as strong as whatever I'm afraid of. Whatever goal I had isn't as important as this momentary blip in judgment. Momentary blips in judgment can kill you. That's why you need discipline. That's why you need steady habits. That's why you need a base that is loving. In my family, we do this thing. It's called Operation Safe Baby. All right. So basically, all the kids are trained from a very, very early time. Very early. If you're safe, then we can worry about happiness. If you're not safe, please do whatever it takes to get safe immediately. The goal is always to be safe. So, guys, I'm at the point in my life where I'm on the second part. We're not doing Operation Safe Baby. No more rescue missions. Not because we don't want to go out and get the babies. It's because we're in the freaking backyard. There's a fence. The babies can only go as far as jumping off the picnic table. Can that still break their bone if they're crazy and being wild? Yeah. Should we probably give them a popsicle so that they calm down or hype up? Sure. Put them in some water. It fixes a lot of things, guys. Water is amazing, and that's why they poison. I digress. We'll put some paint in our water later. But yeah, so I've been showing up and doing these Meet Your Muses, trying to inspire other people to create, to share their stories, to just participate in real life. Miss Colleen claims that because she does voodoo and took a picture of her face, I have helped her. And you know what? That's great. I love being sunshine in people's life. Here's the thing about my energy, Voodoo Princess. You can't have it without asking for it. You have to request it fairly. I'm not going to just give it to you. So that couple of minutes you just got, I hope it helps whatever magic you're trying to create in your life. Mwah. Um, Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, how are you dealing with this? Thank you. Thank you. I have been a voodoo doll my whole life. I just figured out I'm the one pulling the strings. They said, how are you dealing with all the crazies in the comments and stuff? And you're not a crazy babe. I love you. I think living your life is great. Please do not put a pin in my back unless it's going to relieve that one spot that's been poking me all morning. But showing up, the being consistent, when you're a bright light, you're going to draw moths. Okay. Not everybody is going to be tribe or clearly an angel. I have met so many amazing people having these morning chit chats. So many that just needed somewhere to hang out, something to talk about that they could kind of all share. That's what I'm trying to do with these. But the base of it was, do I love myself enough to show up? Do I hit the snooze button? I made that decision today. I might make a different decision tomorrow. Yesterday, I decided I was not going to suffer through one of these because this is an offering of love for me. I don't want to suffer. I don't think any of us really want to suffer. And that's why we tell our younger selves, try not to hurt, avoid the things that are going to break you open. We can't do that. Avoiding them is what causes addiction. Hiding from life is what amplifies that pain. If we're looking for something at the end of the bottle, we are not addressing what's in front of our face. I spent all week waiting for 20 minutes to not pay attention to what I was building, what I was surrounded by all the time. That's silly. And like I said, we're all at different points on the map. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to remind you can wake up slowly. You can write yourself a love note today, and it can make you smile later. Make you smile tomorrow. Hi, I see you guys popping in. You're being quiet this morning. Not awake yet? I'm telling you guys, put some cinnamon in your coffee. Ooh, America. Yeah. I have not seen that movie in forever, and for some reason it has been popping up in my head, and it's got me giggling today. So we're just going to take it. How are you guys today, though? Grand Rising. Hi, I see you. So, guys, what are you building with your week? No, thank you. No space for anything better than my magical coffee this morning. Appreciate the offer. Anyways, what are we making this morning other than some chaos? Because here's the thing, guys. We can support each other, or we can distract each other from the goal. That's fine. You do you, boo. Oh, I cannot do pine needle tea. Yeah, I'm sticking with the coffee. I have cinnamon in mine though, and I do have creamer, so we're almost on board. So I was just talking about how people are just popping up and being crazy, and it's really, let people do what they want. I make all sorts of different art. I am not everybody's cup of tea. I am usually a shot of espresso if you get me going, though. And sometimes that's too much for people. Those are not my people. That is fine. However, I have been getting to meet my people, and they need to remember that they're loved. the same energy and time that we've been pouring into showing up for others, we can give ourselves and it not be selfish. And so, like, taking 5 minutes today and reminding yourself, like, I'm beautiful, I'm a good creator, I can work towards my dreams, I'm capable is a good love letter. I can. It's okay is a good one. Because sometimes we just need little reminders. You know, guys, it's not that we're always lost in the dark. It's just like we're reaching for a hand and it's all the way over there. Um, Sometimes you gotta hold your own. Sometimes you gotta expand your horizons so you can make some new friends. So hi, thank you for being one of my new friends, spending some time with me. So I've been talking about how it's a numbers game, you know, and all these goals and things that distract you. So like obviously when you go live, talk will be like, you have a flash goal, or like bonus if you get this many gifts or whatever. And it agitates my soul because here's the thing, it's a distracting goal. My goal is to be known worldwide as a creative inspiration, to share my art and it impact the world. I'd like it to pay my bills. But, you know, the main goal here is to get art out there. You know, art called me back home to myself. It literally, guys, calmed a quiet mind. Helped me see beauty when I wasn't paying attention to it other places. Like, I'm not saying my art's the best. I'm not I'm not even saying I'm the best teacher, but I know I'll sit there with you until we figure out how to draw birds. You know? Um, I like wings. Maybe because I'm a fairy. Well, good morning, beautiful. Ah, sir. How we doing today? Huh? You guys doing good this morning? All my favorites showing up at the same time, huh? What are you guys up to today? You going live later? Good morning. I see you. I see you. The coffee is finally starting to hit these parts of my brain. How you guys doing this morning? Hmm? So we were just talking about goals before you guys popped in, and I don't know how much you heard, but we were talking about how like the flash goals and stuff are so distracting. Um, and today's prompt is based on the fact that we need a solid foundation before we move forward. You know, I've already got all the hours figured out, what I'm willing to commit to, set some boundaries in place. You know, quick walk of the perimeter. But now that we're easing into the day, into our week, what are we creating from? You know, exactly. Thank you. You should do it. It's calling your name. And, you know, I explained that it doesn't have to be a very long love letter. You know, part of my love letter to myself today was click go live. You know, that's part of the story I'm telling myself. That's how I say, you're doing the damn thing, girl. You know, like, you got this. Just, you know, I know you guys know the feeling. So if anybody else pops in, Commander Lamarco has some amazing chats. Like, hit me so hard the other day talking about keeping his muscles confused. Ah, thank you, love. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And then our little mom boss, oh my God, the chaos that she manages with multiple, like, her life is just amazing and inspirational. Like, she is just literally just doing the thing, showing up, paying attention, trying to make it fun. You know, she's a good example of those things. So I recommend both of them. I will always share my friends, um, because that's how we grow, guys. That's how we build each other up. That's how we remind each other that we're not alone in the dark. I was talking earlier about Operation Safe Baby, and then it's Operation Happy Baby. It's not that I don't want the kids to be happy, it's that they have to know they're safe so that they can actually be happy. And if you think you're lost in the woods instead of playing in the backyard where there's a fence to keep you safe, you're going to act a little different, you know? And so I think it's important to have a base. Hey, I love you. You got this. One of the notes that I keep on my motivational board. Yes, I have a vision board and a motivation board. Yes, they are different things. I also have a gratitude board. Don't judge me. But on my motivational board, I have this note, and it says, I promise you can create anything. Now sit down and get to work. And I think it was a quote that I borrowed from, I want to say, like Big Magic, if I'm remembering correctly. Please don't hold that against me, and I am so sorry to the author if I am not correctly representing. Great book, though, if that's not the right one. Hi, Boo, I see you. Thank you for showing up this morning. But guys, the point is, that's my love letter. That's my foundation. That's the fence. So that means that I gotta water the garden in that fence. Your brain is that garden. Your creativity, how you show up, the life you live, one seed planted at a time, one season of growth. I know. It's not even 8 a.m. yet, y'all. So yeah, what are you guys making? What are you building up? You don't have to tell me the love letter that you're writing yourself. Again, guys, it does not have to be long. Hi, beautiful, I see you. But it does matter that you make the mark, that you remind yourself where you're at today before you go and create unnecessary chaos. And sometimes the chaos is necessary. Please understand. I get it. But we're supposed to be making slowly better decisions as we get older. And we're supposed to base those off of our own truth and the things that we've learned. And so I would like to reiterate this morning that if you feel crazy, you are potentially surrounded by a bunch of a-holes that are not aligned with your goal. I don't know. No judgment. Somebody needed to hear it though. Hi. But yeah, so this has kind of been about, not keeping the muscles confused. This has been more about regular showing up, that consistent reliability, the stability of, yeah, we're doing the thing. And the craziest part about this is yesterday when I decided to give myself a break, I felt guilty. This is my job. I'm supposed to show up. I said I would be there. And integrity is definitely showing up. But the promise was that I would go live every day. The promise was not that at noon on the dot. Like, guys, that is way too much structure. Have you met me? You met me? I will go take a nap right now. No. Okay. But I do like showing up. I've liked meeting me. I've liked meeting you guys. And I think we can switch over to Operation Happy. What do you guys think? Should we try Happy for today? Should we at least remind ourselves it's possible? I get to spend my day surrounded by art and my kid, like chase the dog and the kid around the backyard. I'm literally living the dream. So, my love letter to myself for today is just, it's okay. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece every time. But you do have to take accountability and make it. You gotta get it to where you're willing to put your signature on it, you know? Um, are you willing to put your signature on it? Hmm? How about that love letter to yourself? Maybe to a part of yourself you've been ignoring. Maybe to the part of yourself you're proud of. To your younger self, to your creative self. It's up to you. Just pick up the pen and make the mark. So here's the thing. I think we're all really just trying to show up. Some of us can do it on a rigid schedule, like, be a soldier. And that is admirable. Some of us like to dance around the field with, make daisy necklaces. And, we'll get there when we get there, but it still gets done. And it's more of a flow. And yes, we're designed to drive each other crazy on purpose. Um, it's about balance, compromise. It's, different perspectives. But we got to be willing to look at it. Um, so I know I did stay. I would try and be on until about 8:15, but we're coming back at 9 and doing like a whole bunch of actual moving around stuff. So I just want to thank you for your time this morning. It really blessed my heart. If you do know somebody who is looking for creative inspiration, has a space on their wall where they need a painting, um, I don't know. Go explore the A Cleaver Art universe, and if it sparks something in you, let me know. Okay? Like, thank you, sincerely from my heart. Spread the word. That's how the ants go from marching one by one to two by two. It's how we grow together. Um, but again, thank you guys for your time. I hope you do write a love letter to yourself. But if nobody else tells you today, you are beautiful. Yes, you are. I swear. I can see it. I can see it. Thank you for being you. I'm Allie at A Cleaver Art, and I'll see you soon.